And what is going on, YouTube? My name is Brian Henryson, and in this video I'm going to talk about 5 things that I hate and 5 things that I love about my 2013 Mk6 GTI. Let's get into it. I figured we would start off with the positives, so we're on more of an upbeat note than starting off with some of the things that I really don't like about this car. The first thing that I would say that I like the most about the GTI, and probably what really sold me on the car overall, is just the driving experience. I really think that the GTI is one of the best cars for the money that you can get, sub $10,000. If you're looking for something that's fun to drive, maybe you're new to manual like I was when I originally purchased this car, this is a great starting spot. It's not too much power, but it's enough to have some fun with, and really it's just a fun experience. I mean, it's tight suspension, the chassis is well tuned. You really can't go wrong with just hopping behind the wheel of one of these things on a daily basis. It really does put a smile on my face all the time. That brings me on to point number 2, the usability of this car. Even me sitting behind myself, I have plenty of leg room. I have people that sit in the back of this car all the time, and they're always so surprised at how much room they can have sitting in the back of this car. 4 people can seriously sit back here for a long trip and be well more comfortable than they need to. Sticking to the theme of usability and space, this trunk is ridiculous. If you fold down these seats, the 60/40 rear split, I can legitimately fit probably 6 suitcases and a set of golf clubs with absolutely no issue. This trunk honestly is the best. One of my favorite other aspects of this car is just the interior space. Between the plaid seats, which I'm not gonna lie, definitely took a while to grow on me, but this flat bottom steering wheel, shift knob, the way that the gauges are just super driver oriented. It's just a tachometer, speedometer, and I have my electronic speedo in the middle. Super easy to read, super driver focused. It's just always been something has grown on me over time, but also been my favorite even to start with. Another favorite aspect about the GTI, and I guess more about the GTI community as a whole, is all of the aftermarket support that these cars have. Between wheels and tail lights, headlights, there's so many different things. I have an aftermarket intake, diverter valve to help with throttle response and a few other things, exhaust. I mean, there's just so many different routes that people take in the GTI, and not only GTI but the Volkswagen community in general. So just having that aftermarket support to really create the car into what you want it to be is an awesome thing, and something that I definitely was looking for when I was going out to purchase a new car. My 5th and final point that I want to bring up of what I love about the GTI is simply the ride quality. I mean, to be able to take corners in a sporty fashion, but also daily drive it and not get sick of it, and I don't feel like my teeth are rattling out the back of my head or anything along those lines. It's just simply a really nice place to be on a daily basis, and I think that's one of the biggest draws to the GTI. Nice interior, it's nice to be in on a daily basis as far as the actual driving experience, but also sporty enough to have fun. It just really has that whole package. Guys, the thing that has to be the #1 most hated aspect of the GTI are the rain channels. I cannot get in my car and roll down the windows within a day or two of it having rained and take a left-hand turn without getting splashed in the face like I am at SeaWorld. I literally don't understand how they could have been making this car since the 70s, and yet they couldn't have designed the rain drains or whatever you want to call them so that they actually work properly. Definitely, without a doubt, my #1 most hated aspect of this car. Now, #2 on things that I hate, these wheels. I mean, what were they thinking with this design? What is that? I don't have much else to say. I know it's something that there's a bunch of aftermarket support for, but I mean, come on. Circles, I just feel like they're trying to be Lamborghini, but it's not a Lamborghini. So it is what it is, though. They've grown on me over time, but yeah, I'm gonna say that's my #2. These wheels, you could have done better, Volkswagen. Alright, #3 thing that I hate about my Volkswagen GTI is the Bluetooth module. I don't really understand why this issue comes up, but every once in a while I'll be listening to music per se through my Bluetooth, and I'll take a call, and all of a sudden my Bluetooth will just stop working. I'll either take the call and the call will be fine, and then it will try to switch back to music, and then all of a sudden that gets messed up, or I'm on a call and I want to switch to music and again it doesn't work. I don't know. I don't really have a good explanation for it, but yeah, #3, definitely Bluetooth module. Alright, and for #4, I have to say the most annoying thing, or the number 4 thing that I hate on the GTI, is the exhaust. Now, this is an aftermarket catback system, and I have a stage 1 tune on the car by APR, and it still is just underwhelming. I'm at a park, hopefully I don't piss anybody off, but I'm going to get a couple clips of it just being revved real quick for you. The car's already been warmed, by the way. Another annoying thing about this car, anytime I go over like 60 miles an hour, it literally sounds like my front left wheel is just gonna fall off. I've heard other GTI owners say it in the past, and if any of you own GTIs, I'd love to hear if this is an issue for you as well. I just don't get it. Now, I just want to come out and clarify that the GTI, specifically my Mk6, is the first car that I ever purchased. I got it while I was in college. It's been my daily driver ever since then, and I absolutely love it. It taught me how to drive manual. I've done a good amount of aftermarket stuff to it, although from the outside it may not actually look like it because it's still on stock suspension and wheels, but we'll go over all the mods in a future video. And if anyone is deciding whether or not the Mk6 would be the right choice for them, I think I'm going to make a video specifically talking about who I do think that this car would be good for. If there's anything else that you want to see specifically, please leave a comment down below. It really would help me out just to get some new video ideas and see what everyone out there is looking for. But yeah, just to reiterate, I really do love this car. I think it's a great daily driver and also could be for a fun little track build, not a track build, but autocross style build. If you're looking for something along those lines that's front wheel drive, definitely would recommend it. So I don't want to see like all the negative things as being reason to not purchase this car, but just figure, you know, get out there, be that real YouTuber and tell you about those 5 things that I hate. But again, thanks for watching. Please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on everything else that we have coming out soon, and I will see you all next time.